A few thousand years ago, another kind of human walked this planet, not in the distant age of dinosaurs, not in a forgotten epoch sealed under ice, but almost yesterday, and somehow, we didn't even notice when they vanished. If another human species lived beside us for so long, how did we forget them? What else have we lost? For most of modern history, we believed a simple story, that there was only one type of human, one line of evolution leading straight to us. But the last 2 decades changed everything. Caves, mountains, and hidden valleys have whispered a different truth. Other humans lived at the same time as us. Some met us. Some had children with us. Some disappeared so recently that our oldest stories may still carry their echoes, and today, pieces of them remain inside our DNA. Their presence matters because it redraws the map of who we are and where we truly come from. Around 300,000 years ago, our species rose in Africa. But we were not alone. Across Europe lived the Neanderthals. In Asia, the Denisovans shaped their own world. In Indonesia, small-bodied humans survived on isolated islands. And in the Philippines, another mysterious group left behind only fragments, but fragments strong enough to prove they were here. For thousands of years, many kinds of humans lived side by side. Sometimes they crossed paths. Sometimes they avoided each other. Sometimes they shared families, blood, and futures. 60,000 years ago, our ancestors began to leave Africa, carrying tools, memories, and fire. And as they reached new lands, something strange happened. Other human species began to fade away. By 40,000 years ago, Neanderthals were gone. By 30,000 years ago, Denisovans had nearly vanished. And in the remote islands of Flores and Luzon, the smallest humans we have ever discovered held on the longest. Some may have survived until just 12,000 years ago, maybe even more recently. For a long time, their stories were lost, until a tiny fragment of bone changed everything. In 2010, inside the cold chamber of a Siberian cave, researchers found a piece of a finger bone. When they sequenced it, the results stunned the world. This was not a Neanderthal. This was not a modern human. This belonged to someone else entirely. Even more shocking, she had a Neanderthal father and a modern human mother, a hybrid, a person who lived at the intersection of 2 worlds. Her name, taken from the cave she was found in, is Deni, and she was not alone. More fragments followed, revealing a whole vanished population stretching across Asia. Then came the twist. Millions of people living today still carry parts of their DNA. The Denisovan genome came from that single finger bone. Its entire sequence opened a window into a world we never knew existed. Modern DNA studies found that some communities carry up to 5% Denisovan ancestry, suggesting long periods of contact. Archaeologists in Flores and Luzon uncovered bones of small-bodied humans with distinct features, unlike any other known species. Cave layers across Asia show fire ash, stone tools, and animal remains stacked over thousands of years. Each layer a quiet chapter, proof that multiple human species shared this world with us. Together, the evidence tells a clear story. 4 or more human species lived at the same time, close enough that your distant relatives may have seen them with their own eyes. But the story isn't complete. Some researchers argue these groups were not separate species. Others believe we have barely discovered the first few branches of a much larger human family tree. No one fully agrees on why they disappeared. Climate, competition, interbreeding. No single explanation fits every clue. And our biggest challenge remains the same. We have almost no full skeletons, only fragments, whispers in the dirt, shadows of lives once lived. Imagine walking through a forest 40,000 years ago. The moon is rising, your fires burn low, and ahead, between the trees, you notice movement. A human, but not quite like you. Maybe their voice sounds different. Maybe their face is unfamiliar. Maybe they carry knowledge your people don't have. Perhaps you trade. Perhaps you share water. Perhaps you stand in silence, unsure if this stranger is friend or threat. There is a footprint trail on an island in Indonesia. Tiny prints, left by a child with a small body and a curious mind. The prints move in a straight line through soft volcanic ash. For a moment, you can almost see the child, alive, moving through their world, a world we forgot. Think of humanity not as a straight road, but as a river that splits into many channels. Some meet, some vanish. Some shape the world quietly for thousands of years, leaving traces we only discover now. Modern humans are not one pure line. We are a blend, a mixture of ancient stories carried in our blood, our immunity, our skin traits, our ability to live at high altitudes. Many come from humans, whose names we barely know. This changes everything about identity and belonging. It reminds us that humans have always been diverse, and that forgetting a people does not erase the mark they left behind. We once shared Earth with other humans. We met them. We lived beside them. Some became part of us, but most slipped out of memory. Their stories exist in fragments, waiting to be pieced back together. Future discoveries will almost certainly reveal new branches of our human family. There are caves, mountains, and frozen sediments still untouched, holding DNA older than civilization. Some researchers believe we may discover that certain groups survived far longer than we think. Others believe we may find traces of shared culture, symbols, or art that cross between species. Whatever we uncover next will reshape our understanding of ourselves, because we are not the final chapter of a simple story. We are the last line of a far bigger book. The humans we forgot are gone, but their legacy is alive, carried in our bodies and hidden in our history. To learn their story is to better understand our own. If you want to continue this journey, watch the next chapter. The places on Earth where physics doesn't behave normally.